Hello, friends. Thanks for joining me. So, winter funk. I'm there right now. So, I want to kind of tell you about my latest favorites. Unfortunately, there's barely any makeup. Um, just last couple of days, I've been back on any kind of makeup. Winter funk is getting me hard. Yeah, couldn't be bothered. But the ones that I like are really, really good. So let me share just a few, especially with dry skin. These are my saviors right now. They're just the best. And also, if you're into minimal makeup, these are just really good products. And that's kind of what I've been into, very minimal makeup. Not this. This is really, I've pushed myself today. So let's get to it. So, just in terms of makeup, okay, so listen, eyebrows, big struggle for me, barely have any. Tried a lot from the drugstore. I love drugstore, and I tried the Glossier, the Anastasia. Listen, and I got in this beauty box. Was it the Allure or either way, some beauty box? I got this little guy, right? So this is from Benefit Give Me Brown and the shade 5. So it's pretty dark brown, but it's kind of like the color of my brows. So I was like, yeah, sure, let's give it a go. And I was like, oh my God, this is, no, I don't have a dupe. I have e.l.f. and it's amazing and I love it, but nothing compared to this. And I've never tried it this, so far. Like, even though everybody's raving about it, I was like, yeah, whatever. One more high-end thing everybody's raving about. Black Friday comes around, and I think I got it in Sephora. Yeah, from Sephora. So they have this kit, comes in a cute little box with a bunch of benefit stuff. So I got that one. So I had another of this Gimme Brow and the pencil. This is the Precisely My Brow Pencil, also number 5. It's absolutely worth it. 100% going to be repurchased. Um, yeah, this is one of those things where they won. Yeah, and drugstore lost. I mean, it's not that I don't like my drugstore products. It's just that they really don't come anywhere close. I've never been able to literally paint eyebrows, like those little strokes with anything. With anything. I couldn't. I couldn't. And then this one comes around. I'm like, wow, it's perfectly pigmented, perfectly dense that you can actually do those kind of brows. It doesn't smudge when you go with the little spoolie because a lot of them will kind of smudge. This doesn't smudge. It's bloody amazing. This gives me that feather look. This brow is doing a lot better than this one. I don't, you know, stepsisters in my case. But it just gives the best pigment, it holds them, it gives them actual texture and volume, and it gives me the effect that I'm looking for. Dang. So, dang. Sold. So sold. All right. For foundation, so I have a lot, and they're dewy and they're hydrating, but right now my skin, I mean, dry doesn't even come close to describe it. Especially my nose area is it's not even flaky. It's just peeling as if I had a acid peel, and I haven't. It's really, really, really bad. So no matter what I apply on my skin, it just looks horrible, absolutely horrible. And this one right now is the best that my skin can tolerate. It doesn't look cakey or makeupy or anything. This is by ColourPop, the Pretty Fresh, the moisturizer, the tinted moisturizer. I love this stuff. I have a shade, this shade, what are you? What shade are you? N5, light. This is my winter. I have another one, 11 for summer. Well, actually, the 11 is too dark for me, so I just kind of mix them both. But it's just the best. It's for if you're a minimalist, if you just don't want to cake up, because it does have coverage. That's what I'm wearing today. It does have coverage. It's a light plus plus coverage in my opinion, because I have a lot of redness in the center, and it bloody covers it, you know, it really does. And it hydrates, it doesn't emphasize no texture, no dryness, it actually helps it. So this is just a savior for me in winter. You don't, there isn't a lot of blending involved, especially if you're in like the winter and you don't want to like sit and do all that. Done. So easy. Like those two, that and the brow. For concealer, I also got this. It was on discount on Ulta a couple of months ago. This is the Derma Blend Cover Care Professional All Coverage Concealer, Full Coverage Concealer. Either way, Derma Blend Concealer. Okay, it's this thing. I got mine in 15C. They didn't have the color that I wanted, but this is pretty much works just as good. And this is amazing. It is a full coverage. You do not need a lot. So I rather have a full coverage and use little, so there isn't product caking on my dry skin. One, because you don't need a lot, but it covers everything you need to cover. So for me, this has also been a very great savior right now with my skin and my under eye. And it prevents that crepiness and all of that. I mean, nothing will eliminate it completely, but this is really, 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 really good concealer. I would so highly recommend it. And it sets down pretty matte, like a satin matte, but not drying by any means. So it's a beautiful product. Now, skincare. I know, like, I love skincare and I never talk about skincare. I think it's just because I'm overwhelmed with skincare. Not that I'm overwhelmed, not that I have as much as I have makeup. I just don't know where to start. And when I start talking about skincare, I can't stop and I start babbling on and on and on. And yeah, but let's get to it. Let me show you some really, really good stuff. So, first of all, if you have dry skin, okay, you have to use oil. That's all I gotta say. You have to. There is no way around it. There is no hyaluronic acid, nothing. You have to use oil. You will start, you will see the results, and you're going to be like, why wasn't I using oil till now? You're dry, means you're not producing it. So put it in your skincare. My favorite, and I already spoke about this, this is the trilogy. This is rosehip oil and the antioxidants. I have the regular rosehip oil that is just rosehip oil. I use it more for nighttime. And the accident, basically this is like a cocktail of a bunch of different oils. A lot of brands make oils. I have some from the drugstore, and initially I love them, and then I'm just like, whatever. And a lot of them are whatever. What I ended up doing, I have some from Milani and stuff like that. I mix them in my facial spray, like a makeup setting or something like that, just to give me more hydration. But this one is just amazing. There's a lot of really higher brands or more expensive brands, and yes, their oils are phenomenal. This is not the cheapest, but it's one of the best. It's around like $40, I want to say. And listen, I don't put the oil in my palm. Any serum or anything like that that is very watery and liquidy, I just drop. I don't touch my skin, but I drop on my skin. So it's like 3 drops on each area. So it lasts easily a year for me at least. So I highly recommend that one. It's just beautiful. It's good for honestly any skin type. Dry, oily, sensitive, mature, you name it. This will take care of you. It's amazing. And the ingredients and the quality is phenomenal. Now, in terms of moisturizers, which is a big deal, a very big deal. So let's start with this one. This one, I got this back when Sephora had the Yes Play by Sephora. I wish they never discontinued it. It was my favorite box of them all, or like, you know, that monthly subscription. And they had a little sample of this moisturizer. This is the Primera Cream. This one is the hydrating and illuminator. One second. Something Alpines, okay? Either way. Alpine berry water cream. There we go. So this is an amazing thing because I used it when I had the little sample. I used to use it. I took it to my gym bag back when you can go to the shower in the gym or go to the gym. Basically, it was winter, and every time I applied on my skin, I was like, oh my God, something amazing is happening on my skin. I love it. So I got the full size. And look and behold, it's a Korean brand, obviously. If I love it, if my skin is going like, oh, yes, thank you, you bet your ass it's going to be a Korean skin brand. It is my favorite kind of skincare. Nothing beats Korean skincare. Nothing. And I will try things I won't even know they're Korean, and I'm like, oh my God, this is blissful. Korean. So this one is a Korean skincare. It is amazing. It is so high. It is not thick. It's not jelly, but it's not thick. It's just regular cream consistency. Smell wise, barely any. Just very light cream, fresh scent, but very, very light. Barely any scent to it. And it, my God, it really hydrates, plumps it, calms the redness and the irritation that I get from the dryness. It's just, this is amazing. This is one of the best products. Best. Another one that I got from Beauty Box. So, man, I keep forgetting the name of that stupid box. Well, it's not stupid because I have it. Not Smashbox. Why do I want to say Smashbox? Soko Glam. Not Soko Glam. No. What is the name of that box? Okay, I'm going to remember and I'm going to write the name somewhere here of that box. Either way, in that subscription, besides the box, when you go on the website, you can do add-ons every month. So if you got something in your box, you really like it, you can find it and get more or get something, you know, a different color if it's a lipstick or anything like that. And my God, they're so discounted. I mean, stupid low prices, like under $10 even sometimes for really, really good stuff. So sometimes I do that and I say, well, what else do you have? So I found 2 products that I ordered from them on that add-on section. So one of them was this, the Glossy Touch and Soul. Yep. This one, this little guy. So that's the name is the Touch and Soul, and Glossy, that's the name of the cream. Basically, it's Glossy Skin Balm. It's not a balm, it's just a moisturizer, okay? It is a Korean brand as well. That's how it looks like. It's not a balm. Has maybe a little bit more thickness than a regular moisturizer, but it's not balmy, it's not heavy, it's not thick, it's not oily, it's not nothing like that. But the way this hydrates your skin is unbelievable. It is absolutely unbelievable. This is incredible. This is amazing. This will be repurchased. This is one of the best I've tried. Like, these 2 really blew me away in how much they helped me with my dry skin in the winter. And when I say I have dry skin, you know, sometimes people in the winter, like, your hands will crack and bleed, and my obviously do the same. Well, it happens on my face. It's that dry. Like, it's bad. It's really bad. So this is so good. This is so, so good. Check it out. Like, I really recommend this one. If you're struggling with dry skin, with patches and redness and sensitivity and all that, and or you have mature skin, or you're living somewhere where it's really cold and your skin is just, oh, give it some loving. All right, the other thing that I got also in that box from the add-ons, and I was surprised from the price, and then I was surprised by the product. So the price was around $10, and it was for this. This is by Glow Recipe. So we all know Glow Recipe on Sephora. they're like in the 50s, $60s, if not even more. And so this is the avocado melt retinol sleeping mask. Gorgeous bottle. I always wanted to try some of their products, but they are somewhat on the expensive side, in my opinion. So when I saw that for like $10, I was like, oh, sign me up, especially avocado. Check for dry skin, sleeping mask. I love sleeping mask, and I've been looking for something kind of that is more hydrating and anti-aging. So I got a retinol avocado, and it's a sleeping mask from a brand that I always wanted to try. Sold, and for a stupid price. Now, this is how it looks like. It's a bit hard to get to it just because of the jar and everything, but this is very, I would say thick, but not oily. It's just thick. But like, it's so hydrating. Like the idea of a avocado mask, 100%. It's that thick, hydrating. You don't need a lot. A little bit goes a very long way. So it seals the hydration. It does have retinol, not very high percentage. I put it on top also something else that I'm going to show you. And all together, it's just beautiful. It doesn't dry my skin. It's not like I wake up and because of the retinol, I have flakes. No, not at all. The flakes have been there even before. So I would highly suggest to try this. Again, if you have that dry skin, you want to continue with anti-aging, but you find that all the glycolics and lactics and intense high retinols in the winter when you're dry is just not working together. Your skin is just suffering, and it just getting worse and more redness and more flakes, and just you're just trying to keep up with it. Lower all your acids. Sometimes I use maybe some like exfoliating toner maybe once a week, and that is it in the winter. It's just your skin is not into it. Just don't let it. You don't have to do everything you do during the summer, also in the winter. And as much as we want to use anti-aging nonstop, sometimes you have to stop if it starts to damage your skin. And anti-aging kind of properties can potentially also be damaging depending on your skin and what's going on. But this is so gentle on the retinol. It's so hydrating. This is really, really beautiful. So I would highly recommend this product if you're looking for something like that. I am in love. I am absolutely in love. Now, the last product, and Mike, I wanted to talk about this for so long. And again, I don't know why. And like, honestly, skincare, I prefer skincare over makeup. And I think just makeup is just so easy. It's like, oh, look at this eyeshadow. But I mean, skincare, there's so much more to it. The ingredients and there's so much more to it. And I take skincare a lot more seriously than, some eyeshadow palette. But so this one, this is by The Ordinary. I do want to try, they have a lot. Every category, they have a lot. So this is retinol. This is retinol 1% in squalene. So squalene is an oil, and it's really good anti-inflammatory, anti-aging, and hydrating and balancing. It's fantastic. And 1% retinol. It says highly stable water-free solution. Okay. So basically, it is oily, but oh, it's so good. Like my skin just like soaks it in so fast. It has the retinol, and I used a lot of retinols from very, very high-end brands and from, like medical grades, because I used to work with them. And I would see results, but unfortunately with my skin, the level of the dryness is insane, and I would never get over the flakes. Even though I know how to use it, not too frequent, cover it with my oils and my everything, I would not get there. And if I would, it would be, again, only in the summer, and then winter comes around and it's all downhill. So I wanted to find something that I can use year-round, regardless to the weather, has the retinol, and I'm not experiencing side effects, and I'm perfectly okay to use something on a daily that is maybe a little bit more gentle, because more isn't better necessarily. Depends on your skin. And for my skin, more is definitely not better. Aggressive is not better. Me and acids, like all the glycolics and lactics, we just don't really get along. And I'm okay with it. I much rather 2-3 times a year get a good laser treatment on my skin, like a refractive laser, resurfacing laser, and call it a day with the intensity, and just maintain with just more maybe organic ingredients like this oil. The rose hip is amazing, or something like this. Now, the day after I used it the first time, I had some flakes, and that was it. One day, that was it. Done. Never since. And it hydrates. My skin adores the oil. There's no irritation, there's no dryness, there's no flakiness. But I see results. I see the results of the retinol. My skin does look brighter. It does kind of smooth out the crepiness or certain little wrinkles that I get, especially from the dryness, because again, you have the squalene, so that adds to the hydration. So got a little fluff here. But when I mix these two right now together in the winter, they have the anti-aging of the retinol together. At the same time, they're adding so much hydration to my skin. So they're so good together, and it's all gentle. Nothing is burning, no sensations of anything. There's no flakiness, no side effects, nothing like that. So I absolutely adore those two. They have other retinol solutions with different bases, different ingredients. There's one that is kind of like milky that I also want to give it a go. So they have different formulations. So I do want to try, but right now, and I had this for a long time. Again, I use only 3 drops in each area with anything that is kind of in this format. And I had this for over 6 months, and I'm not even halfway through. Because again, I don't necessarily even use this on a daily basis. Sometimes it's every 2-3 days that I will use it. So I don't know, but I really love them. So those are my recommendations. These are my not even monthly favorites. Well, with the makeup, it's my monthly favorites because I couldn't be bothered with makeup. But these are just my favorites. Like, honestly, yeah. I mean, yeah, I can show you, lipsticks and eyeshadows, but whatever. I don't know. It is like, okay, next. But these are really, they make a difference, they're products that really stand out to me, that make a difference, and I really enjoy them. This one, honestly, I'm never gonna be trying, well, never say never, but I don't feel the need to try more tinted moisturizers, and I love tinted moisturizers. They're my best, my favorite. And I tried a few, and I'm decluttering them all because nothing beats this. So why even bother when this is not even giving me any reason to complain? There isn't, I love this, but I wish nothing. What? Sunscreen? Put it before you put this. Problem solved. Next. All right. Well, thanks for chilling with me and hearing my little recommendations and my favorites. Till next time, have a wonderful day. Enjoy your life and be safe. Bye, guys.